What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Market Marauders. Beating the market one trade at a time. If you're new here to the channel, Market Marauders is an investment channel. Give best tips and tricks to increase your portfolio in the market. If that's something you're interested in, hit that subscribe button down below. Like, comment, and share. Also, down in the description, there's some book suggestions for every investor to read. In my opinion, they'll start you on the right track. They are affiliate links, so I do get a small percentage of it. Just letting you all know. But I think they're really good books that everyone should read and can really explain what trading stocks is for new beginners as well as for some veteran beginners. Because the thing about trading is you never stop learning when it comes to trading stocks. Um, with that being said, trying to give you my top three option picks for the week. I do this video every week, so let's dive into it. So for number one, my number one stock for the week, as far as option goes, is ticker sign ABT for Abbott Laboratories. So their moving average 50 is 83.07, moving average 200 is 83.65, and they currently ended on Friday at $74.56. So below their moving average 50 and moving average 200, but they are kind of on a small breakout. If you can see by this chart right here, they kind of have broken out a little bit all the way up to that 74.56 where they ended on Friday. Now, depending on when you watch this video, this price will be different, so just bear that in mind. Today is Saturday, so on Monday when the market opens, this price definitely will not be at 74.56. So just bear that in mind when you're looking at the video. Depending on when you watch it, the price will be different. So just let you all know out there. Also, when I give information on different stocks, I don't believe just looking at charts is enough information for stocks. So I like to give a little bit of background information as well when it comes to looking at stocks, because to me, just looking at charts and reading them and finding patterns, to me, that's just guessing. I don't think that is really truly trading stocks. When it comes to trading stocks, I think you need a lot more background information on like what the company does, their previous earnings, kind of be a little more invested into the stock than just looking at trying to read a chart and say like, okay, look, it's clearly bouncing back up, so I'm going to make sure to it's going to go up. It's going to keep going up. That's not the best way to invest. Investing always goes to, the more information you have, the better trader you can be, in my opinion. So going to that being said, one of the reasons that I picked them as a stock for the week for options is this press release that came out. Now, for you guys who are new to investing, all companies that are publicly traded have press releases that they release on the company website. So just Google, so like you would Google Abbott Laboratories or Abbott. You can even Google just the ticker sign. So you can Google ABT press release, and then in Google it'll pull up the company's website and their press releases. So this is one of their press releases. For the company, and they also release financial information as well, which will also be under press releases. So just bear that in mind if you're trying to get into a company's financials. You don't have to like actually call the company if you're a new investor. You just go to their press releases, and all that's public information. So it's not like you know some investors get better information, or they have like the hookup or whatever. It's just you know all this stuff is public information. Just some people don't really know where to look to get it. Okay, so diving back into this press release, it says Abbott launches molecular point of care test to detect novel coronavirus in as little as 5 minutes. So basically, if you guys have been following the news, testing has been a big, you know, kind of hot buzzword when it comes to, the current pandemic. So, having testing and the fact that this company, it's a very massive company, by the way. It's been around for a long time. The fact that this company, is trying to find ways to develop tests, um, just, lets me know that the company is going to be a lot more profitable in the long run. It says ABET. going down here, showing you what line it is. ABIT will be making ID now COVID-19 test available next week. Expects to ramp up manufacturing to deliver over 50,000 tests per day. So that's quite a significant amount. 50,000 tests per day. That is a very large amount of tests. That is coming out of a really big company. So that's definitely going to be directly reflected when it comes to their profits. And that's money that's going to them. So, you know, companies that are basically ramping up their production to help, combat this pandemic are all yielding to be more profitable, and you will see that in their next earnings when those come out. So their earnings is April 16th. So on April 16th, I think we can see their earnings. And, just like I said, you can go on there and look at the press release. And they'll have their financial information. You can also call in. Some of them have call in numbers. When you go on them, you can click on them and listen to the call, or you can join in via web and just get more information on the company. The more information you know about a company, the better informed decision you can make when investing into it. This video should not be like your sole source of information, but it definitely can be a good start when it comes to making informed decisions about trading. Now, going to uh, Robinhood, yes, I do still use Robinhood. I do think Robinhood is still an okay platform, in my opinion. It had its problems a few weeks ago, or almost a month ago. When the market was fluctuating a lot, and the app was just down, and it was because the market was fluctuating so much, and they just couldn't keep up with the demand. But I still do use Robinhood now. All of my options and option advice will be given for Robinhood, but you're welcome to go and use any other platform. Just for me personally, this is the platform that I use to trade because it's the one that I've been using for the longest amount of time. So, you know, if you guys still have Robinhood accounts, then this will be directly applicable for you. But for you people who are new to trading options in general, I'm just going to go through a small, um, tiny explanation of options. So for options trading, what I do personally is buy calls or puts. So a call basically means you believe that the position is going to be bullish, which means you believe that it's going to go above this price of 76.21. If you want to put a put in, or if you want to buy a put, that means that you believe the stock price is going to go below this $76.21 strike price. I mean share price. So for me, I'm saying a call probably the best option because I do believe that it's going to go above the $76.21 price based off the article that I read, and the company just being a uh, reputable company in the long term, and all the things that they do. They've been around for such a long time. I definitely believe that they know what they're doing when it comes to this, and also the amount of tests that they are actually producing. 50,000 a day is the largest number that I've seen any company talk about producing any amount of tests. So, that's definitely going to be a challenging number to meet for most companies, and I think most medical companies are going to try to struggle to meet that amount because it's basically going to be the demand is so high that the supply is going to be hard to try to meet. So a company that can supply that amount to meet this amount of demand, I think is going to be the most profitable, and it seems like ABA is going to be that company. So, with that being said, I'm gonna say definitely buying a call. Now, strike price is basically the price that I believe is gonna go up to or up above, which is this left hand side. And these numbers don't change; these are solidified numbers. Now, the price right here, these prices do change. These prices fluctuate based on the different percent changes as well as the percent break even. So these fluctuate based on the price. So the market is closed, so this is stagnant, so these would not change. But if it goes up or goes down, these percentages would change as well as these prices. So this is just a rough estimate of what you will be paying when the market opens. So just bear that in mind. But the strike prices wouldn't change. So this is going based on the strike prices and just giving you a range at the current strike price of what you would, be tending to pay. Now it may be cheaper or maybe more expensive, but that just determines when the market is actually open. So also, if you're buying a contract just basically means you're agreeing to buy 100 shares of a company at a certain price. So the price you would pay for this contract is not 6 cents. You would pay $6 per contract for this contract, and this would be $18 per contract. This one would be $102 per contract, and so forth and so on as it goes down. So this is not the actual price you will pay, and that is because a contract is agreeing to buy or sell 100 shares of a particular stock. That being said, I think a good price will be between $95, which is down here, to about 100, between $95 to $110. So looking between, spending $6 to $102 is the largest amount on here. So, that'll be about the range, to buy a contract, or a safe range, in my opinion, that I believe this stock is going to go up to. 110 is kind of on the high end, but this is, all the way out until June. So also for, you all who are new to options, they do expire. So, this is the date that I believe that this stock is going to reach this price. And it's out so far because earnings is coming up, and I don't want to have it directly by earnings. I wanted to have, some time for more developments to come out in regards to the amount of tests they're supplying, and the market to reflect that. So, they're beginning development of the test to go into shipment, but that's not going to directly reflect in their actual price. So people who are buying it now, they're not going to really directly see the returns of that. But when the earnings comes out, that'll definitely show, the impact of testing, or the impact of the test being distributed by the company, because they're not giving them away for free. They're actually being bought. So with that being said, that's why I have this out all the way until June, because I think that's enough time for it to reflect the price that I'm trying to choose. So just bear that in mind. The options do expire. When they expire to zero. So essentially, it'll be $0. But then you can also exercise the options, which means you can pay the amount to get the 100 shares at that specific strike price. So you have one of those two options. For me, I've never really exercised one. I just always just let it expire, but I try to get out before it expires. That's the whole goal. You want to go and try to make your profits and just get out. Um, so between between $95 and $110 is the strike price. So that's this range right here, and you're gonna be looking to pay between $6 and $102 at the max. So for you people, for you guys out there, that people are telling you, hey, you need $1,000, you need $5,000, $10,000, put that aside and then begin investing. It is not true. This is $6, and $6, even in the current situation, with the market, everything else going on, $6 is not that much to spend, especially, you know, and a lot of people have it. Restaurants and stuff are closing, so people are not eating out as much because of the stay-at-home order. So that $6 you be spending going out to eat, you can spend that $6 on buying options. So they're reasonable prices out here when it comes to buying options. It's just I feel like there's a lot of misinformation in regards to how much you really need to begin investing. You really don't need that much money to begin investing. The main thing is learning. So you start off small with that $6. If you lose that $6, it's just $6. But if you get money and you gain a substantial amount, or any amount really, any gain really, it's a good learning. If you lose money or if you gain money, you learn how options work. You familiarize yourself with how the market works, how different trends work, how you know how companies, um, you know get their profits and how revenues and stuff work to reflect stock prices, and it makes you an overall better trader in the end, in my opinion. Because when it comes to trading, it's pretty cutthroat. It's a competition because it's not just you as a retail trader; it's also other people in corporations are trying to make money as well too. And at the end of the day, it's going to be one person is right and one person is wrong. So either you're going to be on the side of the people who are right or you're going to be on the side of people who are wrong. So, and the only way you can help yourself in this aspect is to get more information. And that's why I say just reading charts and following trends is not good enough. You actually need to go and read more about the company. So after that long soapbox, going into my number two pick for options, and its ticker sign CCL. So this is for Carnival Cruise Corporation. Their moving average 50 is $33.47. Moving average 200 is 42.03. And they ended the week at 1441. So they are way below their moving average 50 and moving average um, 200. And let's dive into some of their news articles. So this is just some of the news articles. If you go to their press releases, um, they really haven't had a press release since like February, but they're still producing news articles about the different stuff that they're doing. There's not really anything on financials, but if you guys have been following in the news, Carnival has been shutting down a lot of their cruise ships because the virus just spreads like rampant in these cruise ships, and it's becoming a problem. And you know when it comes to this quarter, when they have their quarter earnings, I think it's going to directly see the reflect of them shutting down a lot of cruises. I don't think it's going to be as bad as a lot of people see, but I think people are expecting it to be really really bad earnings wise. So that's why I'm saying going to put a put out for Carnival Cruise, ticker sign CCL. So at on Friday, they ended the week at 1430, but I do believe that it's going to continue going down. May 1st is day that I have as expiration, but going down, I'm going to say for the put, between $11 and $13 is a good place. So between $11 strike price and $13 strike price, I think is a good range of where they'll continue to go down to. I don't think they'll get down to $10 anytime soon or in that interval, but I do believe they'll get closer to $13. They'll get closer to 12 and $11 as time goes on, just because they're going to have that quarter earnings, and it's going to show a really negative value. Now I do believe they could bounce back from that, just decontamination of the ships, as well as finding ways to combat the pandemic as far as the ships. But I think the whole cruise industry was definitely caught off guard when this happened, because it's not just American people on cruise ships. It's like a whole bunch of different people, different ethnicities from different places in the world on different cruise ships. And the cruise ships go to different places. So it's not only do you have people from the US going on cruise ships and with other people from different countries, you have different people from different countries going to different countries. So, I can see how things spread pretty quickly when it came to that. But I think it's going to continue going down between $11 to $13. And for the price range, you're definitely going to be looking at between $325 to $230 to pay per contract. Now it's a lot pricier than the Abbott Labs one, but I think it's definitely going to be worth it because, as we've all seen, the cruise industry has been hit pretty hard, and definitely this quarter coming up will definitely reflect that. Um, so diving into my number three one is definitely going to be a kind of off the wall one, one that people really, in my opinion, didn't think about, but I can see it continuing to grow. Um, and that one is ticker sign CHWY, which is Chewy Incorporated. Their moving average 50 is 28.96, and their moving average 200 is actually undefined on here. So we don't have a moving average 200 on here from this chart. But they ended the week at $36.16, which is pretty good because they're above their moving average 50. So, you know, they have a lot of growth with the company, but it's definitely one company that I think a lot of people overlooked. And if you went to the store, toilet paper kind of was blown out on the shelf. But one thing that was also blown out on the shelf was pet food. And pet food, like and kitty litter and all types of stuff for pets was completely blown off the shelves. I know I went to my local Walmart and it was just we went to the pet aisle and there was like no cat litter at all. There was like no dog food. There were like probably a couple of bags of dog food, and that was just something that I didn't think of personally because we don't have any uh, pets. We have one pet, but we were just going over there just to look. Um, so it's something that once it runs out in the stores, then where are people going to look for it? They're going to look for it on Chewy.com, and on the 2nd of April, they actually have their conference call for their actual fiscal fourth quarter update. So, for you guys who are new to investing, uh, I just typed in press releases for Chewy. And this is in their investor tab, and it gives you a live call. It tells you the time of the call, gives you the call ID. So basically, you'll call in this number, you'll type in this password, and then you can join into the call. It also has a webcast here as well, but this is a good time for if you're new to investing or just haven't done research on companies, just follow charts. This is a good time for you all to get involved in the actual day-to-day part of the company. So the company's basically going to be given their fiscal quarter review, and in part of that, there a lot of companies have a Q&A session. And during the Q&A session, there are a lot of questions that are asked from investors, retail and others that are not published in the press releases. So after the call, there's going to be a press release, and it's going to give you the financial earnings information basically from the call. So it's basically a general overview of what they went over during this call. But it's not going to tell you the information that was given in the Q&A session, and the information in the Q&A session definitely is very beneficial. So if you guys can listen to that call, it's if you have internet connection, you just go on and you type in, you go to this link. It's not that difficult. I think on most of the ones that I've gone to on the past for other companies, they'll just ask you like your name, email address, and what company you work for, um, and then that's basically it. And then you'll go into the call. Um, bear in mind wherever you're at, there are going to be time differences. So just bear that in mind so you don't miss it. But also it'll be a good experience for any new investor to see how companies talk about their earnings. They'll use a lot of different things. Just take notes. Um, you know. They'll say a lot of different things financially, like fiscal, or they'll have like what's another one? Like earnings before taxes, and there'll be a lot of different uh, catchphrases that they'll use that are used in the financial industry that'll help new investors get familiarized when they actually are reading it themselves. What do these numbers really mean, or what does this value really mean? Because they kind of go into a little bit of depth and explain it during this call. So with that being said, I'm definitely going to say a call is probably the best option when it comes to Chewy, just for the fact that it was just blown out completely on shelves, and Chewy is basically like the Amazon version of dog, cat food, and cat litter. because they deliver directly to your door. It comes from the warehouse. You don't have to go anywhere. So I believe when people go to the stores and they see, hey, the store's blown out, but I need dog food. I'm gonna be locked in the house forever and I can't go, and they're gonna close down all the stores. I definitely believe people went on Chewy.com and bought a whole bunch of dog food to store up, a bunch of cat food, a bunch of kitty litter, just to store up so that they, in case the stores closed down, they would have the stuff that their pets need. Um, so with that being said, I definitely believe a strike price between $40 to $50. So right here, these three would probably be the best course of action, and that's going to be between $210 to $40. So $40 for one contract, not that expensive. 210 may be a little pricey, but when it comes to you know managing how much you're going to pay for a call or how much you're going to pay for an option, that's all relative information. So it all depends on different people and their different budgets that they have and money that they can allocate, because everyone's in a different financial situation. So 210 may be expensive for some and not expensive for others, and 40 may even be more expensive for some, and not expensive for others. But that's why I try to give a range of different ones. Like the A bit was like probably the cheapest one. This is sort of like in the middle range of that. So that's why I try to give those different costs in between. So Carnival is probably the most expensive. Chewy's probably the second most expensive, and then you got Abit, which is the least expensive when it comes to that. But all of them to me have potential of growth, and then with the Carnival potential to go down. But that'll be my synopsis for that. For you all who stayed till the end of the video, thank you all. I definitely appreciate it. And I'm going to give you my fourth actual option for the week. So it's actually a bonus one for you all who stayed till the end of the video. I really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching. Um, so that one's going to be ticker sign GSK, GlaxoSmithKline. Uh, and their moving average 50 is 41.76. Moving average 200 is 41.83, and they ended the week at 36.44. Kind of going up a little bit, kind of went down a little bit after Friday, but let's dive into one of the articles and see why I picked them as my bonus one for the week. So they haven't been that big in the news, but they actually definitely are a really big company. Like, this is a huge company, almost as, if not as big as ABT, probably like along the lines as that big. Um, now, they also are trying to find things to combat the pandemic. So it says CEPI and GSK announced collaboration to strengthen the global effort to develop a vaccine for basically the pandemic that's going on out there. So, you know, with that being said, I think it's one company that's definitely being overlooked in the news. There's not really that much stuff that goes on about them, and I think it's because it's a UK company. So, for us in the US, we're not really familiar with this company. In my opinion, I haven't seen it on like CSNBC or anything really. Um, but I think they're definitely going to be a big contributor when it comes to the whole race for vaccine. So with that being said, I think a call will probably be the best course of action. Um, and a good price for a call, I'm picking is between $40 and $43. So we're gonna go from $40 to $43, and you're looking between a price to be between $33 and $73. So kind of on the mid range between price wise as far as the other three are concerned. But I definitely think it's flown under the radar on actually what they're doing. At least for in the U.S., it has flown under the radar. But I definitely think they have a lot of potential to make a huge impact when it comes to helping with the pandemic, the worldwide pandemic. So I hope that video helped you. Make sure you smash the subscribe button down below. Like, comment, share. Tell me what you guys are looking at this week as far as options are concerned. Um, and drop a comment down below. Tell me what ticker signs you guys are looking at. I'll look at them. Tell me if this video helped you. Is this beneficial for you? Do you like it? Would you like me to do more videos like this? But Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.